Here it is, our exclusive E3 reveal of Dive Bomber and not before seen Dive-Clops, who is the cousin of Eye Brawl.
I've got my eye on you.
Welcome to Family Gamer TV. We got the exclusive reveal of Dive-Clops and Dive Bomber at E3, and I've got Lou here to talk us through what's great about these two. So we're just going to roll some of the footage and take it away.
Yeah, absolutely. So Dive-Clops and Dive Bomber, really cool supercharged pair. And so here you can see Dive Bomber showing off the vehicle showcase here. And so when you bring in Dive-Clops, you're going to supercharge Dive Bomber. It gives it a really awesome periscope top, these crazy fists. I always think it's the pent-up aggression sub.
Yeah, nice. Now he reminds me of Eye Brawl. Is there a family resemblance?
There is, actually. I believe they are cousins. So what's kind of interesting is one took to land and one took to sea. And so you'll see here, no pun intended there, that Dive-Clops has some really awesome moves. He's got a launcher that shoots out torpedoes, which will circle enemies. He's got the ability to open his hatch and squirt out water from his eye, but then he also has the ability to summon a sonar ping, which will cause all of those torpedoes that have been launched into the environment to track and lock onto the enemies. And then, so here, there's that sonar attack I mentioned. So you see how it did an awesome area of effect attack, but also effectively paints the enemies and makes those awesome torpedoes, which will circle around the environment after they've been shot, lock in and basically home on target.
And he seems to have a sort of searchlight from his eye that...
it's actually water, and so he's been underwater so much that it's kind of soaked into him, and he can kind of cry on command like any good actor.
So then, as he goes through the level, you can just switch between Dive-Clops and Dive Bomber in the water sections. So that gives you that.
Yeah. So when you're in a C section, you'll be able to use the awesome powers of Dive Bomber, and then when you're on land, you'll be using Dive-Clops. And what's cool is that our levels are built so that way you're seamlessly transitioning from our vehicle gameplay sequences to our on-foot gameplay sequences. And so here you can see Dive-Clops try and take on our infiltrator trolls. These are these trolls specific to the Cloud Kingdom that will actually eat the clouds, causing them to become giant. And if you defeat them, they pop and deflate like a balloon.
They have a massive hammer.
Yeah, they have giant hammer fists. And so you can see when you supercharge a vehicle, it actually does a number of things. One is it changes the body of the vehicle, sometimes even changing the color, but also gives you two new supercharged mods as well, which are vehicle customization items that really change the appearance of the vehicle.
So it's worth getting them both together. So if you've got the vehicle, you want to get the Skylander supercharger to match. Yeah,
absolutely. You also get a damage boost as well as an increase in health when they're both placed on the portal together. And so strategically, it's really advantageous for the player to have a supercharged pairing.
And then you upgrade the vehicle by applying those different modifications, but the Skylander, the supercharger, he has an upgrade tree, or she has an upgrade tree as normal.
Correct. So the way that vehicles can actually be upgraded is actually in two ways. So one is by equipping those mods. It's like tuning your vehicle, and so that's changing stats for speed, acceleration, handling. But then to upgrade them, you can actually find gear bits in the environment, which you use to upgrade your vehicle's weapons as well as the overshield. And then for our superchargers, they have upgradable attacks like any Skylander, and so it has that choice between a branching pathway.
Cool, well, as we play on through Skylanders, we'll leave Dive-Clops to battle the enemies, but thanks for that exclusive look, Lou. That's really good. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, absolutely.